Welcome to FortressCraft Evolved, a game a couple of commenters decided, well, to comment on, saying I should try them. And so here I am. I'm in a force field bubble. I can't see outside of it yet. And this seed is Grey Duster with a capital G, just in case you want to follow along with FortressCraft Evolved. So what is it? Well, it's a game that's sort of a blend, apparently, according to the commenters, a blend between Minecraft and Factorio and maybe some other games. But yeah, very much about automation and putting things together. But of course, unlike Factorio, we have 3 dimensions. So why don't we get started? So we're going to get some tutorial stuff. So it's basically going to say, hey, this is the CPH, this center thing in the middle. You see at the very top of my screen, it's telling me what to do next. So we can just click on here and click add resources. And anything in my inventory is going to go in there, like coal. It's going to start producing power. So we can fill our... Whoops, ore extractors, yes, don't worry. So we can fill our suit from this, which is a sort of power storage block, but we need to get it across to here. So we can just transfer it by the use of our suit's battery. We can fill it up and then remove it again. And we can drain all of that into the ore extractor. And we have storage hoppers, yeah. So this ore extractor, which is this block, is going to put stuff into this block, which is the coal box, essentially. We can take stuff out of that, and I guess we could put it straight into this CPH if we wanted to, but it's going to tell us to do some other things first. So we need to scan something. Alright, well, let's scan this ground block. Yep. Once scanned, unknown items need to be researched. Find your research station and press E. So if we move around the CPH, we've got a few more blocks. This is our furnace. Let me just... I can't change it to my gun yet. This is our furnace. This is our manufacturing facility. And this is our research station. So broadly, you scan for stuff. You can research it. That gives you research points. Research points let you unlock upgrades, which you can then manufacture. And of course, you have a furnace to produce something. Ooh, nice sunrise. You've got a furnace to produce something. So, to get started then, let's research that scan. Back over here. Unknown material, process. Head to the crafting plant. Press E and make a power call for Arthur. Arthur, I think, is a little robot that's hopping around somewhere. Let's go to the manufacturing plant actually first. And let's just type in call. Arthur power call. Craft. Okay. So here's Arthur. I think that's Arthur. Anyway, we do have a little robot that flies around doing stuff for us, which is pretty cool. And now at the top right of the screen, it's changed over to various other things that we should get going. So we have a whole world around, and it's, as I said before, it's Minecraft-esque in that it's a voxel world. So we can start exploring it. Quite definitely not Minecraft-like in terms of the feel of it, however. That's quite spooky. We'll see where we go from here. So from here, we've got to finish the tutorial, or carry on with the tutorial, and you'll see these hollow blocks, and it's just telling you sort of what to actually do just by placing blocks in the right place. And all it's really looking at is doing automation. So what it's really saying is, hey, you should put in 3 conveyors here. Hopefully you can see that on YouTube. Yeah, you can see the arrows. And then on this side, we want power to come from this power storage block this way into this one, which will then feed into our extractor. So we don't have to feed it manually with coal like we had to do to start the thing up. So if we select our tutorial conveyor belts that we've been given, we have this gun now. We can switch between the M, press M to press the ore scanner, X to go to the gun, and then we've got C for crafting and other stuff like that. So X to the gun, make sure you've got the 7 selected for the conveyor belts, and we can build them. There we go. And then we've got to decide what to do. So we've got to have a storage hopper, probably. Which one is my storage hopper? There we are, number 5. There we go. So now this is going to fill up with coal. This should be able to pull from this nearby hopper, essentially. So we just need a laser transmitter. That's how power's apparently transmitted in this game. So where do we have a laser transmitter? There we go. And again, let's face it that direction. And that's running. Yep, and then we've got ore being coal being produced and pushed back along this conveyor belt. Okay, now it's saying we also need some more hoppers here, so we can place those. One there, and we need one set to add only and one set to remove only. So if we go into here, let me just go into this. Let me set add only for you, remove only for you. The only reason to do that is that we're going to be piping raw materials into one of these. So if we pipe it into remove only, the furnace won't ever try to put stuff back into it. It's only going to remove stuff from that hopper, and in turn it's going to push stuff out of its own inventory into this one. So we'll then be able to pull it out and push them somewhere else, maybe some other storage system or filtered storage system. Okay, so now it's saying open the handbook. Yep, so there's lots of contextual help. We've completed the scan of essentially organic detritus. We can now look at a research station. So maybe we should. I'm not sure if have we unlocked anything else yet? No. There are a couple of the recipes. We've got 2 research points, so we can click on black box data, which says, hey, your suit contained a black box that contained all sensor readings leading up to your crash. Maybe you should research this to figure out what happened. So you press that, and then that is then going to unlock more things. Now, one of the things we are going to want fairly soon is the suit upgrades. And I'm not sure about the mining upgrades, but certainly the suit upgrades. But of course, we don't have enough research points, which is why at the top right of the screen it's saying scan 6 more objects. So we can scan pretty much anything around here. If I scroll wheel, you can see I can ping things. That's my left mouse button, and scan. The ping is just like a radar pulse. So let me just scan this. You get the idea. Right click. There you go. So 5 more unknown objects to scan. Doesn't really matter what we pick. That's been scanned but not researched. That's unknown. And for, of course, each one of these, we should be able to get some research points. Now, off near our crash site, you'll see this sort of giant tower of smoke. And I think that's where pretty much our ship went down. We ended up being rescued by Arthur over here, but yeah, there's not much left. It's just hanging in midair as well. That would be nice, but let's just pop down here. We can scan more stuff. Okay. And I'm just going to keep going until I find enough of... Ooh, I think that's copper. I definitely want to scan that. Yep, that's going to be copper. That's probably coal. Do you count as unknown? No. Guess you don't. And is there anything else that's unknown in here? Are you unknown? Okay, just 2 more objects. I'll go and find some things. Okay, so with 6 scans done, let's actually get back to the base. So we can right click with our build gun, and that will just remove blocks much faster than any kind of Minecraft tool you're used to. And you can also place things at quite a high distance as well. You also get what is it called? A grappling hook. So if I press F, you'll see I can use a grappling hook. More importantly, I can use it below me or above me. It doesn't really matter too much. Just press F and point. So let's go back to our research station. And now we've got lots of things we can research on this left tab. So let's click on the unknown material. And you'll see that gives me 1 point. This unknown material, however, gives me 10. So some materials are worth a great deal more. It'd be nice if I could just press process all, but nope. So we've got 21 research points, a couple of recipes. But more importantly, we can research various things. So, yes. I want to research suit upgrades first, I think. And then that will give us some more things we can upgrade. Laboratories, local life forms, improved ore scanning, let's take that. Some basic mining upgrades, let's take that as well. And power grid. Why not? That should use up most of our points, at least to start off with. Okay, so we can go back to the scanner. And it's now saying, hey, I want you to find tin ore. So if we already know about tin ore, we can ping known ore. If we don't, we can ping unknown. Okay, so we're going to ping unknown. We don't know anything about tin just yet. We found some copper, remember, down there, but not tin. So ping unknown, left mouse button. Okay, so there's something underneath that we don't know about. That's right here. Sort of glowing. Yeah, let's go here. And let's switch to the build. And let's move all those out of the way. We can put a torch down. We were given a few. Number 2. If I put torch here... excuse me, I need to cough. Yeah, so if we have a torch here, well, let's actually put it on top. And let's pick that one up. At night time, this should be easier to find this location. It's not far from our base anyway. But if we go back to the scanner, we can right-click and hold. And that should find tin. Now we can go and research that just to make sure, so we can find a recognized tin whenever it comes up in the world. Gives us 10 points, so presumably the other 10.1 was the copper. Our number of recipes have gone up. So, Solar Cell Mark 1. That increases efficiency of our suit's solar panels. You'll see we've got our power gauge up here, and we want to be able to recharge during the day, so that essentially makes it better. Needs 25 power, but only 1 cost, so let's research that. And the power pack. The headlight may as well, and we can... basic drill motor. And a power core charger. I'll leave those for now. Our research points is down to 7. I don't really want aesthetics. It's not for now. Okay, so what can we do down here? What we can do, if you're around, yep, let's just remove a few more blocks so we're able to see this a little bit easier. So here we've got our tin area. Okay, we have picked up some ground. So we can put down another extractor, just like the one that's near our base, or at least our start of our base. This one that's extracting coal from this block. Can also put one down here, and we were given a few of them to start with. That's a transmitter. The extractor's on number 1. Okay, so we can put it here. And it can extract from below itself, from next to it, etc. It doesn't really much matter. Your new ore extractor will require connection to your base. Use a hopper and conveyors to achieve this. If you lack resources, you can carry a few items by hand. I lack resources. So, I'm going to start off by adding some power to it. That'll let it get started, at least. And then I can come back and pick up the tin to start with, before we have the sort of resources to craft, you know, ways to get it out of here. And I'm just wondering whether, can this insert directly? It probably can't insert directly onto a conveyor, because this one is certainly going via a storage hopper. So at least we could put another storage hopper down. I guess we could put it here. Right way up, hopefully. There we go. So that's fine. That's filling it with tin ore. And then we need to go from there towards our base. So I think, and yeah, let's actually we need to make some more conveyors. I think you can send conveyors up walls. That would be amazing. I'm not sure how the stuff sticks on them when we do that, but yeah, we'll give it a try. What have we got here now? I don't have anything yet. Do I have enough resources to make any more conveyors without... Oh, I didn't need power core. Conveyors? No, I need copper bars. Okay, so I'm going to need to put down another excavator for the copper, which is all the way over here. Well, all the way, it's not all that far. Press L to turn on your headlights, of course, but it is a tad wasteful on power. So here what we'll probably do is just, again, just take out some blocks and put in a extractor. And we're out of hoppers, unfortunately. But we can add some power to this thing. And that will then let it start. So now all we have to do is wait, at least for this initial part. Ooh, I wonder if the... will the grappling hook work? Will it work on something really far away? It will. Oh, that's pretty cool. And can we do it towards our base? Not much effect. Okay, so now just wait for my tin and my copper to come in. Okay, some tin and copper has been produced. So if we just go over here and pop it into this one, if we press I, and then we can just... it'd be nice if we could shift click. Is there a shift click? I really hope there is. Don't want to have to drag them manually. But as you can see, it's heating. That's going to heat up to, I don't know, 1,000 degrees or whatever it needs to do. It's going to cook them up and then put them into the add only hopper. And I need more power. There we go. Multiple levels of our flashlight. I'll turn them off though, just so that I'm not wasting power. Alright, so we just got to wait for tin and copper. And then what we're going to try and do, it doesn't really matter which one we go for first, is we're going to try and get the sort of ingredients to go into this remove only hopper, the one that the furnace will, the smelter will remove from. I have no idea why this works, but it seems to work just fine. We can just send our goods straight up walls. Not even like the magnetic. I mean, it is copper, so yeah. What do you need to turn a corner that way, though? Do I need to build on top of you? That's interesting. How do you connect? You were fine connecting when you were this way. Some more experimentation. Okay, so you just feed it into the underside of a conveyor belt and it feeds up onto the top. Interesting. But it works, so I can't complain too much. So we're just going to send our cheap basic conveyor belt all the way along here, and then we need to feed it into this particular one. At this point we should have some more stuff which we can make more conveyors. So basic conveyor belt. Crafting. So GLaDOS, nice to meet you. Crafting. Thank you. Yeah, so we've got 30 of them. That should be more than enough. We'll have to look into junctions later. Do we have this straight? Can we just do a straight run? Oh, we're off. We're off by a few. Not by many, though. So let's just put you down. Grab you. And then just rotate. And presumably this is going to work like Factorio, except that it doesn't have any corners associated. So if I do like this... and it's going to be like this. You get the idea? Hopefully. And then we can go and stand over here. And it should always face them away from us, so you can just run along the belt quite quickly. I think you can also... can you also do control or something along those lines? Yeah, you can. Hold down control and it'll sort of fill in between where you are and where this is. Is that coming along here? Yes, it is. It's just taking a little bit of time. And it might be a little bit dark on YouTube, so let me just light up so you get the idea. Hopefully. Now let me just go and grab some more power. Of course, power is the next thing we're going to have to worry about. We're going to need to get that power back out to the ore extractor. So let's have 7 left. 1, 2, whoops. Wow, you can stack them just, just like that. Okay, and last one. There we go. So as long as it has power, we should get a nice automated marching line of copper. We may want to put them in... we may not want to do that overall, though. What I may want is some kind of secondary hopper, and then we put them all into here at certain points, so because this is more efficient. It needs to heat up to a certain temperature, and when it's at temperature, it's more efficient. So, you know, we've got to deal with that. But otherwise, this is cool, apart from it needing power all the time, which I can provide manually, but we're not going to want to do long term. Okay, so to do power, it's not terribly hard. At least if I've done it right, it's not terribly hard. So we put another laser transmitter on this side of this power block, and we can use it as a sort of pass-through. This is, each of these are like batteries, if you like, or capacitors is probably more like it. And then we send this laser all the way down over here to another power block, and this is sort of how we're going to turn corners, at least how I've turned corners at the moment. So we have then another laser transmitter going down, just rotated down, into another green power storage block, which is right next to our ore extractor. And that in turn is putting ore into a hopper, which is going back up the conveyor belt, back towards the base and into our first hopper. Now, this isn't really efficient because this is perhaps doing too much heating, and we should probably smelt batches at a time. However, in the meantime, we've got 22 tin ores, tin bars even. So we've got tin fully automated now. We can do the same thing with copper. I'm going to do that off camera, I think. Let me just make sure I don't have any copper bars because, yeah, I was automating tin, of course. It'd be nice if I operated copper because that is what's needed for the conveyor belts. But, yeah, we can sort it out. Let's just make sure I take some copper ore out and add some more power. I need to sort out a hopper system for that as well, but not terribly hard either way. So I think we've pretty much done a good set of stuff for the first episode. We've got tin and copper both flowing in. We've got glow sticks. Glow sticks? Press G. We've got glow sticks that I can throw incredibly far, apparently. Wow, where did my glow stick go? So, yeah, so it's glowing down there now. Okay, glow sticks, I guess. I guess I want other kinds of lights to that though later, so you know, we'll see what we get to next episode. If you like this one, feel free to thumbs up, give it a subscribe and share, of course, and just let me know in the comments, more importantly, if you play this game, if you've got any recommendations, if you think I'm doing something wrong, let me know in the comments, and I'm more than happy to respond to you there, or indeed in the next video. Once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.